it's time to leave. So I'm feeling pretty hungry. What have you guys got for me? Okay, so we've got the tom yum noodles, and then the second flavour we have the boat noodles. So my favourite one is probably the tom yum noodles because I like. Hi guys, I'm Zach, I'm 25, I'm a Manchester's model. I'm currently doing an interview with Doodope TV, and I've recently done a campaign for Burberry, and it's blown up all over Thailand, and if you really want to find out more about me, please stay tuned. Hi guys, are you okay there? So I've got a few questions from the fans that I'm going to be answering today. So the first question I've got for you is, when did you move to the UK? So I moved to the UK when I was about 7 or 8, with my mum. And when I moved to the UK, I first moved to Manchester. And so that's the first question. Did you get bullied when you were younger? So when I was in Thailand, it was okay, life was all right. But when I first moved to the UK, I couldn't speak a word of English. So I did find it difficult to learn. And, a lot of the kids, they didn't really, appreciate where I came from or anything like that. And it was really hard because I couldn't speak a word of English. And, a lot of kids used to pick on me. They didn't let me play football with them. They didn't let me sit with them at dinner time because they said I wasn't English. And they said, you can't play with us because you don't speak English. So, I did get a bit of a hard time growing up in, the school in the UK. But it's made me who I am today. So the next question we've got here is, how did you become a model? So, I've worked at many jobs, starting from McDonald's to call centres to retailers, you name it. A good friend of mine called Mikey, he was a model for a very long time, and he always suggested it to me to be a model, but it's not something I intended to be. So he initially took a picture of me and him on Instagram, and his agency, who he was with, reached out to me. They was like, "Hey Zach, we just saw you on Mikey's picture. Could you please come in? We'd love to take a few pictures of you because you've got an interesting look." So I went into the agency, had a little meeting, they took a few measurements, and they said, "We'll get back to you in a few days." As soon as I walked out of the office, they was like, "Zach, we'd love to sign you on," and we kind of went from there. And now the next question is, tell your daily routine and how many times you work out per week. So me, I do look fit, but I don't work out that much. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've not got the best diet. I don't work out every single day of the week. I probably work out maybe like 2-3 times a week when I've got time. And I also do a bit of running, but luckily I've got good genetics, so yeah. And which activities do you think is the sexiest? Oh, activities, which is the sexiest? I'd probably say boxing, push-ups, depending what activities you're talking about, whether that's workout routine, whether that's activities, but yeah. Okay, so the next question for me is, which actress do you think is the sexiest? I'd probably have to say Margot Robbie out of The Wolf of Wall Street, because she looks beautiful in there, and as a guy, you can all agree with me. And now the next question we have is, which piece of clothing would you wear if you can only choose one piece? Oh, that's a bit of a sticky one. I'd probably say, obviously, if I could only choose one piece to wear, if I was to walk out on the streets, it'd have to be my underwear, just to hide my, you know what I'm saying? So the next question is, do you have a picture of your future wife, or could you imagine it? My future wife, like with me, I'm not big on looks, I'm more of a guy who likes personality, someone who's kind, someone who's fun, and someone, who's up for a lot of spontaneous things. So, looks is not a big thing to me, as long as you're kind and you're loving and, you're a nice person, and I could picture you to be my future wife. What advice could you give to the younger people in Thailand trying to be a successful model or successful in life? The best advice I can give people back at home right now or anywhere in the world, I'd say, whatever you want to do in life, believe in yourself, don't give up, and, whatever it is you want, just make sure you write down some goals, stick to them, and no matter what, when you get turned down or when you get rejected, don't take it as a, personal. So people might say no to you, he might say no to you, she might say no to you, that job might say no to you, but eventually that one job or that one person will say yes. So make sure whatever you do, don't get disheartened if you get rejected. Don't get upset if you get rejected. You just got to keep on going and keep on pushing. And most of all, keep being yourself and don't change for anyone. And the one thing I always stick by is believe in yourself. Like, don't matter what he thinks or she thinks, just believe in yourself. Go after whatever it is that you want in life and you can achieve it. Do my tattoos have any meanings? Yeah, of course, certain ones I do. So this one is the third eye. I am a very spiritual guy, and I feel like, we are being guided in certain ways. And I've also got a tattoo here of my mum's date of birth. She's a beautiful woman, and it's just something that reminds me of her. And another tattoo I have here are the 3 logos what I've got recently. So this one here means protection, this one here means strength, and this one here means attraction. And then I've also got another one here, is one of my favourite quotes, which is the rose that grew from concrete. So let me put that into perspective. So the rose that grew from concrete means is, I've come from a very hard background, and it's took me a lot of time, but we still, managed to grow. So I also have a lot of people who are really interested, a lot of Thai people asking me, what's that tattoo in your back, what does it symbolise? I'll show you now. So this one here, on my back here, as you can see, right here, and then over here, that's basically a symbol of Thailand. It's just basically something that I've got myself, and it's just to represent Thailand culture and stuff like that. And the writing at the top, it says put God first, which means that God always comes first. And I am a firm believer of God, because everything I've achieved and everything I've done is by the grace of God. So my last question I've got here is a bit of a funny one. If you could describe your sex as a dessert, what dessert would it be? Oh, it's a bit of a sticky one. I'm a dessert guy, so I'd have to say an apple crumble, because it's a bit sweet and it gets a bit rough. So my favorite Thai song right now is currently this. ไม่มีใครที่จะรักมันเธอ ฉันก็จะรออยู่ตรงนี้เสมอถ้าเธอต้องการโอเคไม่เป็นไรหากเธอยังไม่กอดฉันก็คงไม่ถามอะไรต่อถ้าเธอไม่อยากบอกก็รู้อยู่ว่าเธอน่ะเสียใจเธอเองก็แค่ตอบ Baby ควรจะหยุดเรื่องตรงนั้นและกลับไปพักก่อน I wanna kiss you baby I wanna tell you something เธอก็รู้ดีว่าฉันรออยู่ตรงนี้ไม่มีใครมาแทนที่เธอได้นะ baby. So here we are, the food is here. We are currently in the restaurant in Sutton in London. So if you're about, make sure you come check it out. It's called the Siam Signature. They do beautiful Thai food here. Just take a look at it. This is called the Dang Mok Hung. อร่อยเด้อแซ่บๆเด้อคนไทยเด้อมากินเด้อ ไปความเศร้ามันผ่านไปซะดีกว่างั้นเรามาฟลิปก้าวกันแล้วก็ไปพาร์ตี้กันดีกว่าใครที่น่ารักเหมือนเธอจะไปเจอกับใครก็ไม่มีใครเหมือนเธอฉันจะรอเธอตรงนี้ Currently this is called ตังหมูฮ้งส้มตำกินกันได้ก็ได้คนไทยกินน้ำsticky rice if you know it from Thailand you know about the sticky rice it's really lovely ฉันก็จะรออยู่ตรงนี้เสมอถ้าเธอต้องการไม่มีใครที่น่ารักเหมือนเธอจะไปเจอกับใครก็ไม่มีใครเหมือนเธอฉันก็จะรออยู่ตรงนี้เสมอถ้าเธอต้องการ